Hello, today's debriefing. Last night I infiltrated the Kingsman full circle by going to our local View cinema and sitting for a few hours and watching what was actually a great film. Alright guys, I'm not going to do that through the whole thing because it's making me go blind. Yes, went last night to see Kingsman Golden Circle and blew me away. A great film. Some great set pieces, some very cool camera work, great humour, great cast. Great cast. Opens with what is probably one of the greatest car chases I've seen in a long time, through London. Again, it has fight scenes in it that are choreographed within an inch of their life. Some of them maybe could have done with being a little bit back on the action, but other than that, fantastic. I know it's probably not the cast doing the fight scenes. I know there's probably a bit of optical effects in there to make it look like them, but still, some real breathtaking stuff. Stunt work. This is what I think the Bond people should have a look at this and see what they've done, and maybe do that with the next Bond film. Actually, make it fun, rather than just Daniel Craig looking sour for 2 hours. Sorry, last Bond film, Spectre, didn't like it. This is what I want from my Bond films. I am a big fan of things like In Like Flint. If you haven't seen these, if you're a millennium and you haven't seen these, In Like Flint and the Matt Helm films. Go out there, find them, watch them. Brilliant films. So yeah, but back to Kingsman. It has such a great sense of humour. And that's what really brings this up. There are so many little bits where you just... and yeah. I don't want to spoil it. I don't want to do spoilers. I don't want to... All I'll say is there's a cameo in it, which I'll mention at the end. And I'll tell you when, so that if you don't want to have this cameo spoiled, which you probably have by now. But he has, this one cameo person, has some of the best bits in it. Excuse me, I think that's the president. Yes. Yes, not right now, sir. I'll get back to you. You know what it's like. So yes. Yes, this cameo. It is used brilliantly. We have new characters. We have the statesman. I get a feeling that the next Kingsman isn't going to be Kingsman. They are wanting to maybe do a split-off franchise here, which I would be happy to see. Channing Tatum as... He's pretty good in it. He's not got a big part in it, I will say that. And I like the fact that they haven't pushed the film too much on him being in it. They have made a point of him being in it, but they haven't sort of overly... Because he's not in it a lot. He doesn't really do a lot. He does look a bit of a Burke in a bowler hat, though. Finally, Channing Tatum looks a Burke. Oh, and his dance moves in this. Terrible. Yes, Channing Tatum can't dance. Yes. Yeah. The scene in Glastonbury is pretty cool. Oh, I tell you what, there is a new guy in it. The character Whiskey, who is played by, let me just look this one up, Pedro Pascal. He seriously could be the next Burt Reynolds. All the way through it, I'm thinking, he's Burt Reynolds. He just looks like Burt Reynolds. Is that a whip or a skipping rope? Yeah. Eggsy is brilliant in this. Like I say, there is some great humour. It has such a nice nod to the original without being an exact clone of the original. Some amazing stunt work. The cable car scene, ooh, makes you want to scream. And then they end it with probably, that whole set piece is ended with probably the funniest line in the film, which I won't spoil, but it is a brilliant at the end of it. Some great camera work in it. There is one shot, okay, I am a bit of a film geek, and I do like my camera work, and I do notice these things. And there is one scene when they're at the Statesman facility, and it's like a long panning shot across the ground, then it goes up one of the buildings and in through a skylight. And it is, I think it is a nod to Citizen Kane. If you've ever seen, there is it was one of the famous camera work bits in Citizen Kane because it was breathtaking for its day. Nowadays it's all CGI, but back then it was cool. Who else who was of note in this? Julianne Moore. Seriously, she is badass in this. She is so evil. Yeah, kind of likable. You kind of like her. Yeah. We've got the dude out of Star Trek. Well, not Star Trek, but is he on here? It says Vinnie Jones, but I didn't see Vinnie Jones anywhere in it. Yeah, I was looking at the cast list last night, and it says Vinnie Jones on it. Yeah, it doesn't say the guy that played the president. Merlin is in there. He's brilliant. I think he's one of my favourite characters. We've got Harry's back. He's kind of fun. Halle Berry in there as Ginger. She's quite cool. And Jeff Bridges. It's funny, he says head of the Statesman here. He's called Champagne. But, you know, he don't like that. Yeah, Jeff Bridges just brings in another one of his great performances. I think he's just sort of like, you just want stoner kind of guy. He does this great thing. He does that distracting thing. There's lots of scenes where he's sort of in the background and he's always got like some kind of alcohol with him because he's head of the Statesman who deal in whiskey and stuff. And he keeps rubbing it on his or doing things with, and it's brilliant. It's a great little performance that he does in there. Who else we got? Princess Tide, she's back. And yeah, I'm trying to remember who the actor that played the president is. I was hoping he was going to be on here, and he isn't. But I think he was also the president in National Treasure as well. But he does play it as like a slightly loud southern kind of, I don't know, like they'd never get a president that's that loud and stupid, would they? Yeah. So yes, my score for this, then we'll go into who the cameo is and you can turn off if you don't want to know who that is. My score for this, so A+ to F-. I give this an A+. There you go. I would have. There are certain films you go see, and at the end of it, you think, I want to see that again. And if somebody had said to me, "Do you want to watch it again?" I would have said yes. I could tell it was a good film. It kept the audience intent. There was the right laughing in the right places. The guy that was sat next to me, it was very busy. The guy that was sat next to me, he was like poker face. He never moved. I almost got a mirror out to check if he was dead because he had no reaction. But everybody else around laughed in the right places and really enjoyed it. I would say go see this film, definitely. So, if you don't want to know who the cameo is and you don't want that bit spoiling, which is probably spoiled by now because somebody's going to mention it somewhere. But if you don't want to know, stop watching now. So we got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right. Elton John is effing amazing in this film. He is brilliant. Whoever decided to put Elton John in doing this is brilliant. I'm not going to use the language he uses in this because this is, you know, family friendly. But he just effed and blinds all the way through it. There is an in-joke. I don't know if you remember what Princess Tide offered Eggsy if he saved the world at the end of the last one. But in this one, he offers a backstage pass. Which I don't know whether that was an in-joke or not, but still, it's just brilliant. He is the best thing in it. And because he's in it, they do play, it's only a small burst, but they play Rocket Man in there, which was really made me like, yay! I kind of got a mention. Ha. So yeah, like I say, this is a brilliant film and you really, really need to go see it. So that's it. I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope you will leave some comments underneath. I hope you will leave some likes. I hope you will leave some subscriptions. Actually, my eyesight's getting better. Wow. So I want you all to have a great day, a great night, and I'll see you all really soon. Bye now. What? I look like a Burke. Well, why didn't you tell me that before I did it? Well, thanks. Well, thanks. It's going to go on YouTube now. I'm going to look an idiot. You think I look cute? You know. No, sorry then. Newton stay. Yeah.